and thank you for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your November 2020 tarot card reading. Really honoured that you're sharing your space with me here for this video. If you would like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, you can do so by clicking on the link down beneath this video, or indeed reach out to myself for a live one-to-one reading. But without further ado, let's get into this month and see what information holds for your specific zodiac sign. Hello lovely Gemini, and welcome to your tarot card reading for November 2020. Let's delve into your present situation, Gemini. You haven't got the easiest card to come for your beginnings, really. This is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords can represent sleepless nights. You may have some insomnia. Is there some worry going on, Gemini? Are you usually just someone who can say, oh, I can get over that, it's fine, but actually something is niggling away at you? I think it's really important that you share those emotions with people for the sake of your mental health. And I don't say that as a judgment. You know, our mental health is just as important as our physical and emotional health. And Taurus had a similar energy coming through. If you are struggling with this anxiety or perhaps even depression, please do reach out to somebody trusted or a professional that can really help you work through anything that's really snagging on you at the moment. What is the blockage? Well, the blockage is the Ace of Swords. This is a fantastic card, really, because it is about enterprise, it's about new beginnings, but it generally means that you've had a challenging beginning in some way. Perhaps your mental health has been a difficulty for you, or even your physical health over the last few years. I kind of feel like you're just wanting to get on with your life. You're not wanting to be held back anymore. Perhaps it's COVID. You know, have you started a new course, but you haven't been able to really get your teeth sunk into it because you're in a local lockdown? Or perhaps your ideas just aren't being taken seriously or recognized at the moment, and that could make you feel a bit frustrated. But the important thing to remember here, Gemini, is you have got the ideas. It's better surely to be brimming with all these ideas and not be able to move forwards as quickly as we want, rather than have no ideas at all and be in a period of stagnation. So you're on the right track. There's just some patience required. Your foundation cards, gosh, you're very swordy this month, but this is good because swords are the suit of air and you are an air sign. The Queen of Swords is somebody, if it represents a person, generally a female, who has a steely exterior, you know, a bit hard-faced maybe. They don't come off as very warm, very maternal. They're more interested in business and logic. However, when you really pierce through that hard outer shell, there is a massive sense of humour in there, and it can be one of the most funny people you'll ever meet. So maybe you feel like you are like this sometimes. Maybe you want to come across as a little bit mysterious and aloof. Maybe you know somebody like this. If it doesn't represent you as a person, I feel like it's asking you to really use your logic going forwards. You have got these logical cards coming up, and you know, our logic, our mind can affect our emotional well-being. So it's asking you to really think, you know, with your head, particularly at the start of the month, on how you can get through a particular situation. It's not about getting caught up on the sentimentality of stuff or the nostalgia of stuff. Your past situation here is the 9 of Pentacles rather. The 9 of Pentacles is about harvest, something being brought into your situation. So you've either already received this or you're well on your way of receiving it. It's generally around anything to do with your material plane, so property, you know, maybe it's a vehicle, maybe it's money coming into your situation. Again, like starting a new course, anything that is tangible. So you've put the steps in the past, and you're well on your way in making that a brand new reality for yourself. The card that is spiritually crowning you this month isn't easy. You have another sword. So much about your mind this month. The 3 of Swords is about loss, Gemini. It's about grief. And it is your spiritually crowning card, so maybe there are some loved ones that have passed over It could be recent, you know, it might not be, but I just feel like there is some grief around that. Even at times in our life where we're really happy, sometimes that can bring up grief, because it's like we want to share those moments with the people that we have loved, and they're not there in a physical form anymore. And that could be so difficult. But again, please don't bottle this up inside. It's okay to have grief. It's okay to cry. You don't always have to just get on with stuff, Gemini. Please give yourself, you know, a little bit of softening. Like, give yourself a chance to heal. Be gentle with yourself. Your immediate future for this month is justice. Another sword makes an appearance. I feel like if there's any legal dispute going on, it's likely to go in your favour. If you're waiting for any kind of paperwork, particularly from a government agency or your local council or your local government, I do feel that this is going to work in your favour. If something has been unfair in the past, it is a chance for karma to come back around again in your favour. So that is actually something really positive to look forward to, I feel, because I do feel that you have felt there is some injustice that has happened. So maybe a bit of comeuppance is on the way for the people that did you wrong, or the person, or the situation. Now, your state of mind for the month of November is the 3 of Cups. We have another 3. 3s can represent this new optimism, though, as well, you know, from a numerological point of view. I got a bit tongue-tied there. But the 3 of Cups here in your state of mind, this means that you're celebrating something, or you're wanting to celebrate, generally with your family or with a community. Perhaps you have been in some sort of isolation. Perhaps it's time that you get to see the people that you love and you've missed. Or maybe you do have a breakthrough at some point. And this is a great state of mind to have, because despite all the difficulties, challenges and grief that you're feeling, or possibly feeling, you do have this optimism that will carry you through. And that is something that your sign really generally excels at. The ability to turn something negative into a real life lesson. And I just think that's wonderful, Gemini. I do love Geminis. I'm Sagittarius, but my brother is a Gemini. One of my best friends is as well. So I love you guys. So your outside influence is the Chariot reversed. The Chariot is very speedy, go-getting, it's overwhelming, but it's reversed here. So I think you're given a moment to catch your breath. I do feel that some things are going to be very stop-start this month. If we take, let's take work as an example, and COVID as an example. It's the kind of energy that suggests your employer will say, yes, you can come back to work, and then you go back to work and you're told, oh no, we've got to go home again. And then, you know, the next couple of days it's, yes, you can come back, and then you're told again that it's not possible. It's that stop-start energy that I think can frustrate you, because I just think you want to know where you stand. So something that is outside of yourself, whether this is a person or situation, is making it a bit difficult for you this month to let you know where you stand. And I think you might have to get a bit assertive. It might not be their fault. They might not know what's going on themselves. But I think if you want some clear direction, you're going to have to ask for it. Your hopes and fears for this month is the King of Wands. You're really wanting to get creative. You know, you're really wanting to get your teeth into something new, fighting the boredom. I think that you could be really interested in home design or something creative this month, whether that's music or acting or making something or spending time with people, singing even. I just feel like you need to let your ego out a little bit, actually. You know, want to be recognised a little bit. You feel like maybe you've been hiding your talents under a bushel for a bit, and that recognition could really come your way this month. And then your outcome is the World. This is such a positive card that I don't really feel in this case, it's, you know, this massively reverse thing. You know, the world is something coming to a completion and a new chapter starting, a new cycle starting. Because it's reversed, I feel it's a bit like this Chariot card. It's not quite, you know, time. I think the time scale that you thought things would happen in isn't quite, you know, the situation. So a little bit of patience is required, but I think on the most part, you know, just look after your mental health, look after yourself, be gentle with yourself, let the grief come out, let the tears come out. There is time for that creativity to come. There is time for that celebration to happen, and there is time for that new beginning. It will come in due course, but just feel through the process. Think logically about where you are, and don't get too bogged down with anything that is that stop-start energy, Gemini. So there you have your monthly tarot card reading for November 2020. Thank you again for sharing your space with me throughout this video. If you'd like to check out your free 3-card tarot reading, once more you can do so by clicking the link down beneath this description box. But thank you so much for joining me, and until we speak again next month, take care, stay safe, and many blessings. Alyssa.